at home plate this month with Jason Miller, head of Baseball Manitoba on ASTV. Jason, July is, if you had to call it a month, you would call it championship month, considering that we have everything from the under 10s all the way to the AAA 18s and more finishing their season in July, correct?
Yeah, you bet. We got 18 different provincial championships happening in July and the first weekend of August. And it's an exciting month.
So we've got a couple happening. I got to pull out the phone, and I'm sorry because there's a lot of dates. I can't remember them all. July 10th to the 14th, or 12th to the 14th, Winkler, Altona, and East St. Paul.
Yeah.
Tell me the importance, real quick, of having these provincials and these championships in both Winnipeg and in rural areas. How important is that for not just the teams, but also for the towns that they're in?
Sure. Well, it's a great boost to the community to have these championships in smaller towns for sure. We attract 15 teams at these 3 AA provincial championships, so that's a lot of traffic going through the communities, hotels, campsites, restaurants being used, and things like that. So it's a great fundraiser for the Baseball Association in itself.
It generates a lot of outside income. I mean, sure, it's, travel to and from, but also, like you said, the amenities and the rooms and the groceries and the restaurants and everything else that's being used within that town. It's a big plus to have one of these championships in one of those rural communities.
Yeah.
Cool. So that's the 12th to the 14th. We're going to go to the following week, the 19th to the 21st, qualifiers, and then provincials in Morden, Altona, and St. River. How many teams are we looking at in either one of those towns, off the top of your head, you know?
Sure. Well, we got the 13U and 15U AAA qualifiers, and those will be 6-team events with 8-team events with the top 6 making it to provincial championships. The AAAs, which are the first weekend of August, and then the 18U AA provincial championship in Morden. Yeah. We'll see 12 teams competing for that championship.
So when you see this type of play, do you expect these players to hit home runs? Do they hit home runs?
Absolutely.
They can knock it out of the park?
That's one of the beautiful things about baseball is we adjust the playing field to the age group. So we have mandatory requirements for the fields. So the fields should be fit to the players, and home runs happen just like they do in the major leagues in the kids' game.
I had no idea they adjusted the fields. That's amazing. So the 10-year-olds can pop them off and just run around like Vlad Jr.?
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Nobody has 92 home runs though in a day, do they?
Not that I know.
No, that was pretty sick on Monday, I'm not going to lie. So then after the 19th, when we talk about August, let's get into August for the, once the qualifiers are done on the 19th to 21st, they play in August. Where do they lead to from there?
Yeah, so the 13U and 15U AAA provincial championships are at Optimus Park in Winnipeg. The events will be all together in one place. It'll be very exciting. The top 16 teams will be there competing all weekend. The winner of those championships will go on to AAA Western Canadians in various locations in Western Canada. Right on.
And finally, the last weekend in July, we have the 18 AAAs here in South Winnipeg. We also have some prospect camps or prospect weekends in Steinbach and LeBrook. What do you expect for those players going into those two areas? What type of events, what type of activities are going to be working through the weekend?
Yeah, so the 18U AAAs at Charleswood Park on Wilkes Avenue. There'll be 2 diamonds there going all weekend to crown our 18U AAA provincial champion. The winner of that goes on to nationals, actually, and the runner-up goes to Westerns at 18U.
That's
so
awesome.
That'll be a great weekend. And then the Prospect Showcase. So we started this 2 years ago. We're trying to catch kids that didn't make a AAA team. Maybe we can extend their season for a few weeks and get them to a tournament. So Steinbach and LeBrook are hosting this year. There's 13U and 15U, and it is a developmental showcase. There is no medals. There's no standings. It's just come in, play 6 games in a weekend, and develop your skills and get better.
Are these are individual players? It's not a group or a team that's being brought in, correct?
They are teams, of course,
okay.
but they are pieced together from
Okay.
teams, from a variety of teams within each region, and they
Okay.
come together to make a prospects team to go to this. All the kids there are aspiring to make AAA in 2020. So
Okay.
that's their goal.
So it's like their middle step to kind of continue on with their season and give them that opportunity to have a couple extra games in a weekend in July.
You got it.
Awesome. Okay, and then the AAA winners in the 18U AAA nationals are being held where?
The 18U AAA Nationals, you put me on the spot.
I'm sorry,
That's all
Jason.
good, I can't remember.
Okay, what about the Westerns? We'll limit it to 4 provinces. Can't do that either?
No,
Okay.
I haven't looked that far in the calendar
information-
yet.
That'll be on Baseball Manitoba's website, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you bet.
I caught Jason off guard there, sorry. That's unfortunate. But hey, it leads us to our next issue about helping students and helping student athletes. You talked about off camera real quick about the 8 scholarships that are available come mid-July. Tell us a bit about how that program started and how it's evolved to where it is today.
Sure, yeah, it's very exciting. Baseball Manitoba was able to offer 8 different $1,000 scholarships to aspiring athletes who are attending post-secondary education. We've had the 3 Field of Dreams scholarship with the Gold Eyes for about 20 years now. So the Gold Eyes partnered with us, and we give 3 $1,000 scholarships through them. And last year, as a part of our 50th anniversary, we as a group decided to set aside $5,000 for this type of thing. We give $1,000 to any player in the province, $1,000 to a provincial team player, $1,000 to a female player, $1,000 to an umpire, and $1,000 to a coach. So they are specified groups. All told, we have 8 different $1,000 scholarships that are available. So applications are due July 15th, so this coming Monday. So we have received many great applications so far, but it's still open, so get them in.
Absolutely. So you want a chance, a bit of dough, a little bit of coin. Good $1,000 wouldn't be not too bad in the pocket.
I think the average college student would like that.
I think so, especially we know how expensive college is these days.
Yeah.
Especially if you play baseball and you're traveling, it's pretty important to have a bit of coin in the pocket. I don't know how many craft dinners you could buy, but that'd be quite a lot.
Probably 1,000.
Couple of cases, yeah. There you go. So nonetheless, July 15th. This information's on Baseball Manitoba website, correct?
Yep.
Awesome. Talk real quick about the MJBL, if we can, for a couple minutes. How is Elmwood such a great team this year, and why are they succeeding? It's because they had so little games at the beginning of the year, chemistry on the field. What do you take from their opportunities and how well they've been doing this year?
Sure. Well, the Elmwood Giants are a storied franchise in the MJBL. That group has been around for many, many years. They have wonderful volunteers. They have a great group of people behind the team that is running things. So the players, I think, have a really good chance to just show up and put the jersey on and play.
Perfect.
So I think that goes a long way. As for their success, I mean, they attract players, they develop players, and the results are showing on the field.
For sure. Jason, it's always a good chance to talk with you. I love it. Anything else we have to touch on for the month of July? I know August is rolling around right around the corner, but we'll get into Western Canada Summer Games. We'll get into Nationals, because that'll be happening in August, correct?
Yep.
And Westerns. So maybe we'll know where those tournaments are happening next time.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay,
we will
good.
definitely know.
Right on.
Yeah.
This has been At the Home Plate with my friend Jason here at Baseball Manitoba.
Thanks.